Thank you for that. I have heard you say
Okay.
that these days the children are going to be confined
Yes.
as opposed to then, suggesting that those who had the chance to move out then had exposure. But you also said that the children today are exposed to information which is not appropriate for their age.
Yes.
What do you mean by exposure?
Okay. So let's talk about the most curious age, which is 5. And at age 5, you can learn up to 11 different languages and still speak them differently, fluently and distinctively, right? So at that age, this is when a child will actually start asking parents the most embarrassing questions, like, "Mommy, how was I brought to this earth?" Or "How do people give birth?" Or questions like that. Yes. And since these days we the world has simplified our life, we have Google, we have Wikipedia, we have all sorts sites where you can get information. So the parents sometimes may give answers that are not satisfactory to the child's curiosity, but at home you have a computer that accesses internet. You have a smartphone that goes straight to Chrome. So one day you just leave your phone behind and this kid will type in how a baby is made. And as beautiful Google as it does, it always has answers. So it will bring information for this child, that may be bulky. Yeah, it is appropriate information, but it is for the inappropriate age, So this child will end up getting into sexual education, which at that time maybe they don't need because they're not going to apply anywhere. See? And then we reach to the age of puberty. So you put in information, someone goes to the search button, places in information. How do I know I'm in love? And Google is so good, it will bring for you complex theories, a lot of information. And this child will love. And they will not know that they're actually infatuated, not exactly in love. Because love is a conscious choice we make every day to love someone, even if they're so difficult to deal with. Yes. But now, infatuation has something to do with passion, flame, craving. It is so intense that it suffocates you. You think you won't breathe when you're actually breathing, that you won't sleep when you're actually getting that. Yes. Yeah. Stuff like that. At that time, you don't even know that maybe your hormones or your transmitters are playing a role, or maybe it's just adolescence or puberty and its affairs, and it will also go away. But because maybe our parents don't take time with us these days, we are more career minded and making more bucks. How will the society see me? Or maybe I need to really bring a good life to my kids. So we really don't have time for them to sit down with them and little by little. You don't give a toddler cassava first. No, you introduce them to porridge. From porridge, you bring them to mashed Irish. Then from there, you take them maybe to mashed potatoes. And with time, they can now finally have the cassava. Yes. But because we have there are no filters with the information, the tech information we introduce to, of course, the way the brain of this child will receive it will also not have filters because they don't know what is appropriate for that time. But if maybe the parent will play a role, and society plays a role through school and education and church, but seriously, there are things that church and society are so conservative about that we find out in the wrong way. Yes.